Chat Tales. Don't you wanna hear some Chat Tales? Okay, Chap Tale. Okay, this chap tale is just like a little silly, funny story, like a lot of the other ones. Okay, so it was when I was in the tally, the last section of the tally, when it was me, Steve Smith, Richard Fox, and Jack Yetton, and I can remember we had a gig at the at Camden Rock, which is on, I think it's actually on Kentish Town Road, but it's like right next to Sainsbury's in Camden. There's like this little venue, and it's had about 1 million names, but when we played there it was called Camden Rock. And the rehearsals leading up to this gig, I had decided that I wanted to play rhythm guitar, and I'd been out and I'd got myself a brand new Fender Telecaster Slimline. Cost me about, well, we won't talk about how much that cost. And also I got a new little Marshall 30 watt. It was nothing special, just a solid state small Marshall 30 watt. So played the gig, and then when I left the gig, obviously I had my guitar in a hard case and I had the amp. So my mate was there, Ben Hyde, who, me and him, like, it's probably like definitely one of the longest mates I've ever had. Do you know what I mean? I was like at nursery with him and stuff like that. But anyway, like, Ben, like, he'd had a drink, I'd had a drink, whatever. He sort of said to me, yeah, I'll, because I was planning to take my gear home and then come back down to Camden and carry on with a night out. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of my mates just like leave their guitars and amps at venues and stuff and say, yeah, I'll come back tomorrow. But I can't do all that, you know what I mean? Especially when you got a nice guitar as well. I was just like, right, I'm going to go home, put the amp and guitar indoors, and then I'll come back down on the bus or whatever. But as I was leaving the venue with the amp and the guitar, Ben sort of said to me, oh, Chapman, where you going? I was like, I'm just going to take this gear home and then I'll be back, all right? And then he was sort of like, oh, I'll come with you, or I'll help you, mate. And I was like, oh, all right, sweet. So the guitar's too expensive to let anybody else touch. So I give him the amp, and so we jumped on the C2 up from Camden to Kentish Town and got off the bus, walked over, and then where my mum lives is up some stairs, like, so we went up the stairs, and as we've got halfway up these stairs, quite high stairs as well, the handle on the Marshall amp that Ben had in his hand has snapped, and the amp has fallen out of his hands, crashed to the stairs, and then rolled down all the stairs. And then when it got to the bottom of the stairs, it like rolled up the road a bit as well. Like, and I was just like, oh my God. I was looking at Ben and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh God. So anyway, we went down and inspected the amp, and do you know what? Like, it was quite smashed. Like, the plastic cups that are over the corners of the amp were all smashed, and the handle had snapped and all that, and there's a couple of scratches on the wood or whatever, but other than that, it weren't in such a bad state. And Ben was like really upset and all that, and he was like, oh, I'll give you the money, I'll give you that. And I was like, nah, don't be silly, mate. I was like, do you know what I mean? Whatever. So stuck the amp indoors and that, and then went down Camden, went out on a night out, got out my nut with my pals, and then on the Sunday morning woke up with an hangover and looked from my bed to the floor next to my bed where the amp was sitting, and I was looking at it thinking, God, you are wrecked. But then I plugged it in and plugged the old guitar into it, and it was absolutely fine. So I ordered some new Marshall cups. I don't even know if that's what they're called, but I ordered some of them, and they came from Amazon. New handle and all that. Screwed them in, or I think you had to hammer them in because they was like whatever. But yeah, the amp. So once the new handle was on and all the new cups were on and that, and the couple of little scratches, you couldn't really see them anyway. But yeah, it's all sweet. But the funny thing is that I always wind my mate Ben up with it and sort of say to him, like, at the end of any gigs that I'm doing when he's there or whatever, I'm like, you're not carrying nothing. And he's like, oh, but... No, but it's all right. It's sweet. Yeah, but all right. So that was the end of that story. It's just a little story to, yeah. Okay, sweet. Nice one.
Chat Tales. Don't you wanna hear some Chat Tales?